In a quiet village surrounded by thick forest and ancient trees, there stood one tree no one dared to touch. It was taller than the rest, older than memory, and the elders whispered that a spirit lived inside it. They called it the Watching Tree. For generations, villagers avoided that tree. Farmers never cut near it, children never played under it, because sometimes, late at night, a shadow would step out from the tree. Not an animal, not smoke, but a man, tall, calm, dressed in white. And then he would disappear before sunrise. Now in that same village lived a poor boy named Tunde. Tunde had nothing, no father, a sick mother, and a small hut barely strong enough to survive the rain. But Tunde had something rare, a heart full of kindness. One afternoon, while searching for firewood in the forest, Tunde wandered farther than he ever had before, and without realizing, he stood before the forbidden tree, the Watching Tree. Its bark was dark and twisted, its roots rose from the earth like giant fingers. Tunde felt afraid, but then he heard a weak voice. "Help me." Tunde froze. "Please, help me." The voice came from behind the tree, and there, lying on the ground, was an old man, weak, injured, his clothes white as moonlight. "Sir, what happened to you?" Tunde asked. The old man's voice trembled. "I am thirsty and wounded. The hunters attacked me." Without hesitation, Tunde tore part of his own shirt to wrap the man's wound. He ran to the river, fetched water, and fed the old man with his last piece of bread, the only food he had saved for himself. The old man looked at Tunde carefully. "Why would you help me?" he asked. "You are poor. You owe me nothing." Tunde smiled. "My mother says, kindness given returns in ways we do not expect." The old man's eyes glowed faintly, just for a second. The wind began to blow, the leaves trembled, the tree behind them shimmered, and suddenly the old man stood tall, no longer weak, no longer wounded. His body glowed with light. "Tunde," the spirit said in a powerful voice, "I am the guardian of this tree. For many years I have watched humans. Most come with greed, axes, fire. But you came with compassion." Tunde fell to his knees in shock. "You helped me when you had nothing," the spirit continued, "and because your heart is pure, I will bless you." The spirit touched Tunde's forehead. A warm light surrounded him. "From this day forward," the spirit declared, "your mother shall be healed. Your home shall never lack food, and wherever you walk, favor will follow." The forest grew silent. Then the spirit vanished into the tree once more. Tunde ran home in disbelief. When he entered the hut, his mother was standing, healthy, smiling, the sickness gone. Outside, sacks of grain stood at their doorstep. Fresh water filled their pots. Blessings had arrived overnight. From that day forward, Tunde prospered, but he never forgot the lesson. He helped widows, fed hungry children, respected the forest, and every year he returned to the Watching Tree, not to ask for more, but to say thank you. And sometimes, when the moon was full, a tall figure dressed in white would step out from the tree, watching proudly. Remember this: true blessing does not come from wealth. It comes from a good heart. Because sometimes, the miracle you are waiting for is waiting to see who you truly are.